Hey guys, welcome back to God and Country Garage. Today we're going to be working on my 42 Farmall H. And I figured we should probably get to working on it because spring's right around the corner and we're going to get to parade season. No, it's actually not. It's miserable here. Let me show you. We got probably, I don't know, about 9 inches of snow last night, and it's cold, and it's miserable, and it's still snowing, I see. So, hey, why not sit in here and work on this, I guess. Obviously, it probably looks a little bit different than the last time you saw it, because it is. I spent some time repainting and cleaning it up, and I'll show you that in a little bit. This stuff's been on for about 15 minutes. See if we can get this pressure washer started and we'll get to washing. Oh, this will help. Let's try it now. I didn't record me actually painting because I got overzealous and ahead of myself and just got crazy doing work to this thing. So, but before that, I got to do some driveway cleanup. So I'll be back in 6 months, I guess, whenever, summer rolls around the corner. Well, now that I'm bundled up like a frozen turd, let's do it. Well, that was fun. Not really. Like I said, I started doing this tractor last fall, and to be honest with you, I just kind of got burned out on it, and I haven't had time with snow cleanup and fixing other crap that's broke this winter. And I just replaced my stovepipe. The snow slid off my roof and ripped that apart, so just got the stovepipe replaced so I can get some heat in here. And I forgot how much it stinks when you put new pipe on, burning the paint off. So I'm dealing with that right now, but whatever. I think the best way to do it is to make a list of stuff I got to do yet, and that way I can go down the old checklist and check everything off. Obviously first is carb. I gotta rebuild the carb and get it back on. Let's see, carb, rebuild. Rebuild, install. Wiring. The wiring on this thing is tragically original, and this is a 1942, so it's ugly. Here, I'll show you some of it. You can see this is like the headlight wiring, and if you look, there the coating's coming off. That spot even right there is bare, so I'm just gonna make a whole new harness, but I mean, that takes time, and of course I never took any pictures, so these are pretty easy systems, 6-volt. I mean, they're simple. You power the coil and you get a wire from the generator to the switch and da-da-da-da-da, and as long as it's got a little bit of juice going through it, it'll run. But we need to repaint these front wheels yet. I was gonna buy brand new tires, but there ain't nothing wrong with those really, other than they're mismatched. One's a 3-rib, one's a 2-rib, don't care. Eventually maybe I'll put new tires on it, but not right now. Gotta redo the nose. Obviously still gotta repaint the nose and hood. So, why did I put this so low? Paint nose and hood. Install headlights. Shift knob. Probably change the oil. Can't spell. Change the gearbox. We'll call it oil, fluid, hydraulic fluid, whatever. It had quite a hum when I drove it home, so I'm sure it's probably got nothing but water in it. Oh yeah, don't forget chrome stack. You ever bought a chrome stack for a tractor? Like $200, but this thing's gonna get one. Oh, decals, we gotta do the stickums. Decals. I got a decal set, so I mean, a lot of the stuff for this I already have. I just gotta get to it. One last thing, the drum. So, belt drum. Belt drum. So you can see, not too much. Only you know, a ton of stuff to do yet. So better quit telling you about it and get at it. Here's the carb. It's obviously pretty old because it's cast iron yet. You can see a bunch of the flake and everything on it. Yeah, I gotta try to. I don't know how to clean it up better. They've obviously done some work. Look, that's been welded on. I see. I've never noticed that before, but where the screw is to hold it together, the two halves together, they obviously welded that back together. I don't know, should I just blast it? I want to paint it. I want to rebuild it and then paint it and put it back on. Like I say, it ran fine, but well, why not do it, you know? Obviously, a little local hardware store rebuild kit. All right, we'll pop this thing apart, see what it looks like inside. I've never had it apart. We'll see what it looks like inside. Like I said, I don't think it's too bad because it was actually running fine, actually running really good. But if you're doing all the everything else, why not do a little carb work too, right? Well, it's getting tore down. Somebody's definitely been in here before. Look at this freaking jet in here. That's not even good. That, and I look at the screw on that choke butterfly. It's not even in all the way. So I'll probably get in a little deeper than I want to with this. I'll clean it up, and like I said, I want to paint it and get that back on. Tell you what, I've been here for like an hour just trying to get the grime and the grit and the scale and the years and years, and about 81 years, I guess, being this is a 42, trying to get the crap off of here. And I did finally notice the, well, let's see here, how did I get a hold of that? IH logo on there. I didn't know what kind of carb this was. I figured it was original, but this thing, useless. I bought it at the China tool store. See how that works? Cuts it right out. Either way, I've been sitting here just polishing on this thing, trying to get it down where I can paint it and put it back together. Not fun. Got the two halves of the carburetor cleaned up about as good as I'm gonna get them. So I say we stick them down and throw a little paint on them. I'm gonna primer them first, obviously, and then we'll throw some IH red on them. Little primer, little red. Oh, come on, almost out. Hang on. Finish what we got going on here. I'll give that 6 months to dry. Nope. Probably gonna put fingerprints all over it because I ain't gonna be able to wait. Figure while we're waiting for that paint to dry, we might as well get something off the list. This one's easy. Get this handle on here. Okay, yep. One, there, two, That ain't coming off. All right, got the pieces painted, and I got more stuff washing. That's probably what you hear in the background. So now we're down to reassembly. Here's like your governor shaft. We'll get all this crap back together. We'll put the butterfly in there, stuff like that. We'll get this on and we'll move on to the next thing. Well, there's one incorrectly rebuilt IH carburet. Oh, I missed a spot of paint. Good thing you can both see it. Well, oh well. We'll get this back on and then we can move on to the next thing. Carb's back on. It's not complicated, just a little time consuming, cleaning up all these small parts and screws. Kind of like a Swiss watch, only, you know, a Chinese version with not quite as many parts. So, but there is a lot of little screws to take apart. So I guess we can cross that off the list. All right, I think we'll get on the wiring next. All right, I never actually took any pictures of the wiring when I took it off. I kind of remember, but it's been a while, so. Google printed out a picture, and I mean, it looks pretty easy. It's literally generator to voltage regulator, generator to amp meter to switch to coil, you know, all that crap. And one way to get into it, that's just start doing it. The only wire that's somewhat important is your charging wire that comes off the generator. That's got to be at least 10 gauge. So I bought this braided 10 gauge wire for that. The rest of it's going to be simple 14 gauge, I think is what it requires. So we'll do the headlights and the switch, and like I say, the charging coil, all that other crap, and we'll do a speed up version of it for you. Well, broke the terminal off of the ignition switch, so I guess I'll look for another one of those. But in the meantime, I'll keep running wires and work my way around it. Also getting a bit of a head cold. Sucks out here. Taking some time, but I've been putting this black braiding on all the wires. This is a junk piece of wire just for demonstration purposes. The hard part is getting it started, and then once you get it on there, you can see it kind of frays. by the end, so you got to electrical tape the end, and I've been putting shrink tubing over the ends and stuff, but you can't just, okay, well now I am, but once you get it on a little ways, you can't just really pull it on very well. You almost got to bunch it up and slide it on. It's just time consuming. And once it's on there, I mean, it ain't coming off unless you start at that end and push it back off. Either way, it should help. All right, let me show you what I got so far with the wiring. I got that wire on the generator, the battery wire, your wire going back to the ammeter. Ran the jumper from the coil to the distributor. I ran your power to the coil. And then I put the braiding on them and got them routed all the way back to here. And they will be tied up into the box. So we got a good start on it. I still got to wire in the switch, the power for the headlights. So I can do the light harness and that's pretty close to it. And this thing should run, but I'm tired. So I'm gonna go in the house and we'll get after it tomorrow after work. Hey guys, stopped after work, picked up another switch, not the Nintendo type. So I'm gonna get this in, finish up this wiring, and then we'll move on from there. Well, while trying to work on the tractor, I got a random visitor from my mini-me, Taylor. Say hi, Taylor.
Hi.
It's spin time on the racing chair. Yeah, that's why I can never get anything done. Alright, I should have all the wiring done. Hopefully. Don't see anything on fire per se. Hooking up the battery. Oh, if I get it under tight, get on there. Okay. I threw some fuel in it. Open that up. Let's see what we got. Got anything? Pull the ignition out. I don't see anything off of the amp meter. That sucks, but ooh. I did something wrong with the carburetor, obviously, because it is pissing. Oh no, I did something wrong with the carb. Oh, I see where it's coming out. Right out of there. Dang her. Alright, I gotta fix that and try it again. Hey, I got the carb back on. Sorry about the noise. It's now pouring rain out here, so fuel is now back on. Let's see what we got. Go a little bit of throttle. Hold on, right here. Cool. Well, I guess the wire harness that I made worked out. Still got a lot of stuff to do. I gotta paint the rims and paint all the tins. Obviously do something with that. I want to change the oil and the transmission fluid in here before this thing is what I would consider ready to roll down in the parade. But that's all I'm going to do in this video. It's unfortunately really cold here, so it's hard to paint anything right now. I don't have a paint booth. I prefer painting stuff outside, so I ain't got overspray everywhere in here, but I really appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for part 2. We're gonna get the tins done and the decals and all that stuff and paint these front rims and everything, and we'll putz this thing around the yard. Later.